Hello everyone and welcome back to... Just keep on talking. Welcome back to another episode of our Langrisser mobile series. Today we got lucky enough to roll every character that we were missing from the banner. We got Sumire and we got Sakura. It just took us literally until our last summon. I guess we have 2 more tickets, but who is counting those? 10 summons or go home. And then we decided, hey, it could be a really good day, it could be a really good time to explore what these characters can do. Once again, as a disclaimer that I throw into every review that I put, I do not read any guide based on anything to do these characters. I'm only exploring them as any normal player would when they receive a new unit and to see and decide what they do about it. So, the first things that we see is the factions. In the case of Sakura, she's one of the protagonists, of course, because she's protagonist in her own show. She's part of Empire's Honor. As we mentioned, it is an attempt to throw into the lore, to put them together with the Empire. And then finally, she's part of the Heroes of Time because all crossover characters time faction. Alright. She has an attack of S. I think this is very important because it means she, with the stars, with enough stars, can reach the position of a very good attack. Let's read that talent. After killing an enemy, and we're already loading and checking what it does at upper stars. Mire, no, that Sakura Shinguri. Okay, Reiken at attack. After killing an enemy, all stats except for HP increase by 5%. Like the thing. Then 6 at 4 stars, 8 at 5 stars, and 10% attributes increase per kill for everything except HP. Stackable up to 4 times. Effect cannot be dispelled. This could get really crazy. When entering battle, if your skill is greater than your enemies, you will attack first. This actually is probably one of the reasons why people are interested in attack animations. Attacking first, in this case, means that all attack animations will happen before the opponent's attack animations happen. So, if you are able to kill your opponent with Sakura, they won't be taking any damage. You sometimes see that happening when Derida, for example, kills someone way too fast. That means that the attack animation killed the opponent before they could do something about it. Maybe if we go back to the start, Journey of Light, the attack. I almost clicked sweep. Let's skip. And there we go, we see enemies. Let's go find Sakura. So, skill 25, skill 39. Okay. So we attack. Danger zone. She's not a princess, but whatever, we can cast it anyway. Let's put her here. We'll see what happens. See, Reiken at Ataka, trigger. We didn't get an attack animation because I only turned it on for allies. But that was pretty cool. I even like the sound. Try this again. Forest. And attack animation. Okay, the enemy is literally paralyzed until the attack is over. That is very interesting. Also, oh my god, could she be interesting in PvE? If you somehow manage in a very long map to give her 4 kills, you could probably get very destructive. Interesting point. I don't think many characters are useful in PvE when they add crossover events. I think Rene is the most useful in this case. But this could be an interesting inclusion. Go back. Sakura. Now that we know about your talent, let's see what else you can add. When entering battle, units attack and skill increase by 12%. This is disgusting. it looks like it keeps accumulating. I know that in PvP she's specifically used for something else, but the fact that her abilities all point towards just more damage, it really means she could be very, very useful in PvP. Additionally, okay, no, Empire already has Burn. They have Leonhard here, and protagonists have enough swordsmen. Okay, at the very least, she's not alone. Roar. Very simple, very straightforward, an excellent single target ability for PvE. Has very low cooldown and... thank you. And it dispels 2 buffs. Also decreases attack. Very straightforward, very useful. Alright. Hobo form, because do not forget, they both get the same type of abilities. So they move forward, then cavalry can go through forests but cannot pass mountains. Wait, you somehow got them both now. Yes, Dark Muse. Today we got really, really lucky by obtaining a few crystals, a few vouchers. We went for 2 summons and we just got Sakura. I did spend a total of 180 tickets. You count from the very beginning. But the fact that I got them both now was really, really lucky on mine. It was pretty cool. So, on the side of the horses, Smash, very simple PvE ability as well. You really decide to use her. The cavalry, don't think. I think this is the first cavalries for Heroes of Time. Yeah, very interesting. First cavalries. Thank you very much, Dark Muse. So there is a viability of cavalry now in the Heroes of Time faction as well. Endure. When entering battle, defense increases by 7%. Healer skill. Yakar Ryoran. Physical damage. Attacks all enemies along 3 lines. Yeah, this is the one. It has a range of 4, so it's basically 12 blocks. But I imagine everyone putting the extra range sword already. That would lead up to 15 blocks. Very decent. Causing the enemy skill to decrease by 30%. Damage taken to increase by 30%. And inflicts heal reversal. All healing effects are turned into damage equal to 30% of the healing amount. So, the first 2 parts we understand. It reduces skill, which is almost irrelevant. The good thing about that debuff is it doesn't share a lot with basically any other debuff. I believe it's the first time we see skill down. Isakarka, yes, I pulled Sakura. Thank you very much for the congratulations. You also will notice that I have an extra runestone. Ooh, mysterious. I guess you have to go to the channel and click the like button to learn what happened. Additionally, damage taken is never ever ever as high as 30%. Damage taken is usually 15% if you count stuff like the accessory. The stuff from the healers, I think, can also do plus 15% damage taken, but never 30. So 30 is already a lot. And then finally, inflicts heal reversal. So this is basically the touch from Listel on an AoE stick, with the problem that it can actually be dispelled. So that is the one difference that comes to Sakura. So if you see an enemy Chloe, for example, one single Aurora can just cancel out your Hyaka Ryoran. However, if there is no Chloe, if there's a juggler with not a great dispel healer, you might as well go ahead and decide that now all of their healing is damage. Very, very cool. I know that in Season 2 it is extremely good against juggler, so keep an eye out. Actually, it will be very useful in Season 1 as well. I believe next week we're gonna get their hard bonds for them, so you gotta pay attention to that. Now, back on the side of swords, there is one line AoE skill. It says range 5, so it's 5 in a row, or 6 if you have the extra AoE sword. Attacks all enemies along one line, dealing 0 times 3 AoE damage, that's not a lot, but causing enemies to bleed after 2 turns, after they move for the next 2 turns, they take damage equals to 2 times the attacker. So it's basically the same as Sumire. However, the damage, the attack that Sakura can do, can accumulate from behind, from way far, and without the risk of losing all her soldiers, is huge. So, bleeding with this is not a joke. However, just like always, it can just be dispelled. I feel like it can be dispelled is the new Dice to Doom Bolt from Magic the Gathering. So yeah, very cool creature, but Dice to Doom Bolt. If for whatever reason you go into Evil Slayer, which I guess you would do for the stats, you can have Sunshade. When entering battle with a melee attack after battle, heal 30%, but 30% chance. That's really not that good. Well, I bring her in Arena, where everyone has Juggler and Chloe. She works wonders. That makes perfect sense, Pano. I think she's extremely good at turning around something crazy like an Aurora Ring. Especially if you have more things that force a Chloe to bring Aurora Ring. To use Aurora Ring. Bloodbath. When unit HP is lower than the enemy HP, mind you, this is percentage-wise, not absolute, so it doesn't count on Listel, for example, if you are both 100%. Attack and defense increase by 10%. I don't know. What was the first... I feel like if I'm gonna do anything, it's probably gonna be this. Like Deathmatch. Is there any other one-pointer? Here, no. Sunshade could also be an option. I don't know. Feels weird. I don't like any of the one-pointers. Very hard choice. I guess I would go with this. If I'm ever gonna punch someone, I would really enjoy if the attack and skill is increased by 12%, which probably triggers my Reiken Arataka, and then I can destroy opponent. So, that is it regarding the skills. So on we go to the soldiers. What do we see here? So these are usually the ones that I unlock like this are the ones that come only from training field. So I see the Heaven's Guard, and I guess this actually would work really well, because if you move more, you get to attack for more. That sounds really good. And then Dark Guard, some more defensive option in case you want to go for infantry. What are other amazing ideas? Okay, so Bone Dino if you really want to destroy a thing and then probably try to survive some other way. Elite Cavalry for something... Oh, when attacking, that's it. Monk is nothing. Zealot. The soldier HP is above 80% for every equipped buff, soldier attack, def and magic defense. I think Zealots sound very correct in this case. If you want to go for infantry. If not, I think I would go for Heaven's Guard. So the thing about Zealots is that they will start to become more and more useful. I think Julia uses Zealots as well, and that's pretty cool. So it may be a good time to start upgrading them. Which is not my case, because I don't even have Inquisitor finished. My god, where will I ever get these books? Chloe uses them as well. Yes, exactly. More and more people start using. So that's pretty cool. And then I went too far away. We go back to Sakura. Yes, equipment. I mean, I obviously see the sword being useful once again, right? So the Balance Blade gives +1 range. And there's no doubt that works. The question is what to use on the others. Still need to reach the opponent, so Breeze is probably the enchantment to go. I think PvP has a problem where everyone has to use Breeze. Hunting maybe. The weird thing about Hunting is that it doesn't give attack, and it gives attack 5%. Why did I forget about it? In that case, Hunting could be an excellent idea because it also gives skill, and I don't think many swords do. Balance Blade. Okay, so Balance Blade would be the most amazing one, and then. If that's not the case, then Hunting could be the one that works. So, you would get attack, you would get skill. Then I really don't want to do the carbon fiber thing again on a character like this because I kinda need them to survive longer. So I think I would be using the... What am I thinking of? There's actually two options. Okay, the first one I'm thinking of is the blood thingy that allows you to take melee hits with... Yeah, I got one balance blade ever, so I also see this as a very rare thing. I would use the blood one or the Aeolus battle armor, depending on what I am afraid of the most. I guess if you have a balance blade, there's also a consideration to use arcane battle guard. So when attacking, deals fixed damage once to the enemy. The reason why I consider this as existing, because I don't know if viable is the right way to say this, is because her talent accumulates all stats. So if you suddenly start accumulating magic defense because you want to survive an attack or a magic, you may end up with crazy numbers thanks to the stackable attacks. Again, he's probably a very good PvE hero as well, so do not think that it is only for PvP. This is not the only type of review we do. Hello Robert, how are you doing? Thank you for joining us. And what would I use as an accessory, assuming of course we have all the choices? Movement? Apex boot? But HP doesn't get increased. I think Apex boots could be the way, if you keep her sword. If you stay as horses... you know what we don't know? What we could check is Umire... Umire... Are they capable of using boots in this mode? Nope. Cavalry and Flyer can equip, and she counts as normal cavalry. Okay. Robert is asking us, how is Apex going? Well, it went weird in the way that we lost and won a similar amount, and we are back to 1800 sharp. So that's why we're not playing anymore Apex Arena today, because I don't want to lose the rank. Don't know who to give your Apex boot to anyway. Wow, I have no Apex boots. Elwyn, maybe? Leonhard? Leonhard could also use movement. Bernie, of course. So those are all very good options, depending really on who you have available. Elwyn, Bern, Leonhard. Yep, I agree with those statements. Infantry Sakura with Apex boots, it is then for me. Anyone who has a short leg. Or broken Angus. I don't have Leonhard and I have shin guards on Elwyn. Okay, it looks like Bernhard is for you. So we went over the equipment, the soldiers, and the classes and the skills and the talents. So I will say that this is it for Sakura. I think this is a very interesting character, especially for PvE. I think none of the recent characters other than Rene were good additions. So we will be happy to see what people bring up with a very cool Sakura in the future. With that said, I think this will be it for today. Thank you all very much for joining. Thank you for all the earlier entries and the pulls and the feels and the joins. And I hope you can enjoy if you're watching in YouTube. I also want to thank you because all of you have made it possible that we were able to pull these characters and enjoy them to the point where we... Thank you all very much. Next time, good night.